Okay, so today we're going to be working in Unreal Engine. I'm going to be working on some UI screens. So to start off, you open up your level and you go to your content browser here, and you need to create two new folders, one called UI, and within that folder you need to create another one called images. This is where you'll import your images for your menu or pause screen, stuff like that. So right click in the UI folder and get user interface widget blueprint. We'll call it main menu. Done. Okay, let's save this and we'll double click and open it. So our palette is here on our left. This is where we'll be working from. So first thing we want to do is get the image and bring it into the canvas panel. Click on it, resize it so it makes the full screen, and we're going to anchor it to full screen, so on any platform it stays on the full screen. Next thing we're going to do is minimize this and go into our images folder. I already have my image imported here. I'm going to delete this. Just import it into the images, and there you go. Let's save that, and now back into our widget blueprint. So we'll go down here and click on image and scroll down here on our details panel on the right until we get appearance, brush, and then here we'll click the little drop down and search for our menu image. Get it up, and now you can see our menu is here, or our image is here on our menu screen. So the next thing to do would be to get a text box, or text actually, my bad. So we have a text block here. I'm going to resize it and move it down. This is going to be for our title of our game. For me, I'm just going to type in start menu and change the font size to about 80. You can also change your font here if you import a font, or change the color. Right there, I'll just leave it red, and I'm going to anchor this to the middle of the bottom of the screen. So that's anchored there. So next thing to do is get our two buttons. So first thing I'm going to do is get the first button, resize it and bring it in, put it about here, and then get text and put this on the button, not underneath. It has to be directly on the button so we can type in text. So this is going to be my quit game button, and I'm going to change that font size to about 60. Therefore I have to make the button a bit bigger as the font doesn't fit. There we go. So keeping with the text, I'm going to change the button color down here on the appearance background color. I'm going to change it to red, and we'll anchor this to the same place as the title. Next thing we're going to do, so the next thing we're going to do is to get the button. We'll right click, copy, and right click here in the canvas panel and paste. So we've got our second button here. We'll just place it right above the other one and anchor it to the middle of the screen, and we'll then click into the text box here and change it to from quit game to start game. So there we go, pretty basic menu here, and let's move on to the programming. So we'll click first on our start game button and go to our details panel and scroll down until we find on clicked and click plus. So we'll drag out from this, and the first thing we'll type in is open level. We can compile and save. Now what you want to do is go back to your game, find your level name. I used the example map here, so first person example map is what we'll have to type in. It's case sensitive just to make sure that you spell everything correctly as well. So first person example map. So that's that done. Compile, save, and now we'll go back into our UI. I accidentally clicked out there. And we'll go to our quick game button, and now unclicked, same as the start button. This time we will get, and we will type in quit game, and that is our two main buttons programmed and ready to go. So the next thing to do to make sure the menu actually shows up on your screen is we need to create a level for the menu. So we'll just call this main menu as well, and save. Now we will double click into this, go up to the top here where it says blueprints, and then open level blueprint. So on event begin play, we're going to drag out from this, and we're going to type in create widget, and then we will click here where it says class and get our main menu. Then from here, what we want to do is to drag out from this and add to viewport, and we will connect the blue lines here as well. Now to get the next one, it's have to unclick this context sensitive box here and type in set show mouse cursor, and we will click this box here and drag out from the blue get player controller, there we go, and this is our menu programmed. So we'll compile everything, and just one more small step before we finish up with the menu. Let's go to edit and project settings, then go to maps and modes, and change our default maps to our main menu, and it automatically saves. So just exit this when you're done, save, and let's have a look. So as you can see, this is the main menu programmed here. Okay, so now we're going to work on our pause screen. So like our main menu is, we just have to get our user interface and widget blueprint, and we'll call this pause screen. That's it, control save, and we will click into it. Now next thing to do is get two buttons. We'll size them to how we want. And like the first one, copy this and paste it into the canvas panel so that they're both in proportion with each other. And we'll anchor these both to the center of the screen. Now get two texts and bring them into the boxes or the buttons. And we click into the text for the first one. We'll type in here in content resume and change the font size to 80 and then maybe 60. Yeah, a bit better. And in the second one we will go and type in quit game, and again let's try 60. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly change the color here in appearance, go to background color, and I'm just going to make it a dark black so that the white stands out more, and do the same for the second button. You can change it to any color you want, I'm just choosing this. So once this is done, we go click on your resume button and scroll down the details panel until we get unclicked. So drag out from this and we'll type in remove from parent. Now the next thing we do is drag out from this and set game paused, and like the first one, unclick the context sensitive box and set show mouse cursor. And the last thing to do from this, drag out from the blue here and get player controller. So that's our first button. Now we'll just go back into our pause screen widget and this time click on the quick game button, and unclicked simply open level and main menu. So that's our 2 buttons programmed. So we'll compile and save that. And now we will go into our level, which for me is the example map, and blueprints, open level blueprint, and here we will type in P for pause. So once P is pressed, set game paused, and then drag out from this, create widget, and we'll set this to our pause screen. And once we have this done, add to viewport and connect the blue line here. Then from add to viewport, set show mouse cursor, and then simply from this blue line out, get player controller. And this is our pause screen program, so we'll test it now. So now we'll do just a little checkup. So we'll go back into our pause screen widget, click on our resume button, scroll down here to unclicked, make sure that set game paused is unclicked, and same with set show mouse cursor, and then go to your map, open level blueprint, and make sure that paused is clicked here and that also show mouse cursor is clicked here. So we'll test it out now to see how our pause screen works. As you can see, the game is stopped. Click resume, it's still play, and press P again, and we're back to our main menu.